All right.
Okay.
It's not letting me go on to Facebook Live, but good news, I'm on Zoom, so that's what matters. Thank you, Cheryl, for coming on. If anyone happens to be on Facebook, I'm so sorry that it's not letting me go on right now, but I did try to go on and it's not letting me. So anyhow, going back to today, we are going to be talking about essential oils, made simple, or beginners to essential oils. And I'm going to go over the different ways to use essential oils, some beginner oils, and some of my favorite oils. And I have a little presentation put together, a little PowerPoint presentation that we can go over to give some more information on how to start off with oils and how to use them. As well as, it's very cool. The reason why I'm using this one is because it's on doTERRA's website and anybody has access to it. It's completely free. So it's very cool. And Cheryl, I will give you the information on how to get it if you ever want to go back to it, even though we can see each other at work and I can tell you how to use them. So the nice thing about intro to essential oils is that all essential oils, as far as, again, we're using doTERRA oils, as you can see in the background here, is they're safe, they're effective, and they're affordable. So doTERRA oils are certified pure essential oils. So you can use them aromatically, you can use them topically, and you can use them internally. And as we go more, once I bring up the PowerPoint, and we go more into how we can use them, I just want to go through really quickly on using them internally, because most of them you can, but there are some that you cannot. So the ones that you can on the actual oil, in the back of the oil are supplemental facts. If the oil has the supplemental facts on the back, then you can actually use this internally. So hi, Des. We were trying to get on Facebook and it didn't want to let me. So what do you know? It had me go a little more in than Hope Tree, but yeah, didn't want to let me go. So we're talking about using it internally before I get to the PowerPoint on the supplemental facts on the back. So if you have supplemental facts on the back, guys, you can use the essential oils internally. So now I'm going to get to the PowerPoint. So then that way we can go over a little more information on essential oils, the intro to essential oils. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Cheryl, are there any specific ones that you wanted to go over today?
Just the ones that I probably use more than anything on
Okay.
board. Frankincense, breathe,
Yeah.
balance, serenity. Those
Okay.
are the ones I probably use the most.
And I do have them. So I'm going to go, there's a certain point of the PowerPoint that I'm going to stop at so that
Okay.
we can go over some of the PowerPoints. And you guys can see this, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I sharing my screen? Yay. Okay.
There.
So again, as I mentioned, I'm using this particular PowerPoint because it can be found on the doTERRA website. They have presentations on there as well as informative information that's free to everybody out there. So if you ever wanted to go through this again for yourself or share it with somebody, you can totally do that. And it's free. If you need the information, just type in doTERRA's essential oils for beginners or intro to oils, and this pops up along with other ones. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So this is essential oils for beginners. Of course, it's not going to go. Hello. Okay. So what are essential oils? They are natural, highly concentrated compounds found in the roots, bark, seeds, flowers, and other areas of the plant. So the way that I remember when I thought of an essential oil is when I have my lavender plant or even my fennel tree or plant in my garden area, when I pull it from the root, or I pull it, you know, just to smell it, that's the aromas that I get. And that made me think of what an essential oil is and how they kind of bring it all together, and how they highly concentrate it into this beautiful, beautiful aroma that is now in these essential oils. So the essential oil actually gives the plant its aroma. It protects the plant from harsh environmental conditions and insects, and they play a role in plant population. So that's super important. Mostly pollinating. Everybody knows I'm a big advocate for saving our bees, because we need them for pollination, and we need them for our ozone and for breathing. So plant pollination is a big deal. Volatile aromatic compounds, they're tiny organic molecules that are known to quickly transform from their liquid or solid state into a gas when they reach room temperature. And again, going back to doTERRA's essential oils, all the tests and everything that they go through, the rigorous, what can I say, the rigorous work that the workers at doTERRA do to make sure that they're pure. There is a lot of historical background with essential oils from Egypt, Greece, Rome, India, China, and France. For myself, I know that my father's family in the Hispanic culture, they use a lot of different types of the roots of plants, which then I know became part of obviously an essential oil. So using the roots and the flower of the plant to heal backaches. My dad used to use it a lot for his backaches, for leg cramps, for a lot of different things. Why should you use essential oils to manage your mood? They're natural and safe. They generate quick responses, and it's a simple way to manage your emotions. So for example, when I may be having some anxiety, I always look to my lavender, or actually, I'm not gonna lie, the first one I go to is my peppermint, and then it would either be my lavender or adaptive. The reason why I always go to my peppermint, for some reason, it kind of triggers something in my brain with the smell being so, I don't want to use the word strong, but it really like opens everything in my airway. And a lot of times, most times, is I use a drop of it under my tongue, or I just put it right under my tongue. Because sometimes when you're having a little bit of anxiety, you want something that gives you a quick response. And that's what peppermint does for me. Usually if it's in the middle of the night and I have a hard time sleeping and I have a little bit of stress, the first thing my husband looks for is my peppermint, because he knows that's something that calms me down, and it brings a lot of coolness to my body. And then I top it off with a little lavender, serenity, and adaptive. So those are just talking about when it talks about generates quick responses. It definitely for me, the peppermint, the adaptive, and the lavender have those quick responses for me, mostly during anxiety or stress or anything like that. So it's a simple way to manage your emotions without taking some type of a medication. It's just quick. Everyday uses for essential oils. You can cook with them. Speaking of cooking, Desiree and I have done a lot of cooking classes with our essential oils using oregano, cardamom. There's a lot of different ones that we've used. And you can, either put a drop in, or you can use a toothpick just to test it, and use that, put a little drop on a toothpick, put it in your food. Digestion. I have here our Digest Zen, which helps so much with people with stomach issues. My husband uses it. He normally uses it drop in the mouth. I use it where I do 1 to 2 drops in water. If you like the taste of black licorice, this is a thing for you. If you don't, I really don't, but I still take it. And I feel like it coats my stomach to really help with that stomach pain. It can help with hair and skincare, immune support, household cleaning. I have all the On Guard products from cleaning my counters to my laundry detergent, neck and health tension. If you have past tense, it's an oil blend that can help you put on the back of your neck. And it also, we have things to help with seasonal and environmental discomfort. Health benefits of essential oil. You can use the essential oils to soothe occasional skin irritations. So if you have a burn, we use, you can use lavender to kind of cool that burn down. And it also helps with scarring, promote healthy digestion. That can be peppermint, that can be the Digest Zen, that can be ginger. Support healthy immune function. On Guard. I know a lot of us use this. On Guard has so many. If I can read it right now, I will read it to you. It has wild orange in it, cinnamon, eucalyptus, clove, rosemary. This is our protective blend to help with our immune system. Promote restful sleep. Again, before I go to bed, I use Serenity Lavender and Adaptive. Alleviate occasional stomach upset, and well, a lot more. The emotional benefits: calming, energizing. We have our motivational oil that can help with giving you energy and just waking you up. Even any type of citrus oil will do that as well. Our soothing blend for our muscles. The Deep Blue is our soothing blend to help with any muscle pain and getting our muscles from being tense to soothing it out. Renewing, invigorating, and uplifting emotional benefits. So how do we use our essential oils? So Cheryl, I know this was something that we're going to talk about mostly with the Breathe, talking about using our oils aromatically. So there's a couple things. Can you guys see me? I'm gonna kind of get out of this really quick. You could take yourself off of me. Can you guys see me? I don't know if you can see me yet.
I still see your screen.
Okay, now you see how giant it is. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing really quick. Okay, so using it aromatically, you can put it in your diffuser so that it comes out of the diffuser. And if you've ever been to Hannah Wellness Center, that's what you smell the minute you walk in the hallway, and then you come in and it smells beautiful. It just puts you in a state of calmness. So you can put it in your diffusers at home or wherever you're at. You can also apply it 1 or 2 drops to your hand, and you can just rub it in your hands. You can cup your hand and inhale. Another way to really get it in your system, and I recommend this with the Breathe a lot, or the peppermint, is to kind of make a little round ball with your hand and like a cylinder in the cup of your hand, and put it in your nose and just inhale with your nose, but also with Breathe or peppermint, put it around your mouth and inhale like that. So there's different ways you can use that. If you have a scarf on, you can even rub it on your scarf. You can put it in your hair. There's different ways of using it aromatically, just to help it intensify and to have it throughout the day. So try those types of things, using it aromatically. You can also use it topically, kind of how I did now. It's on my hand so that it'll be there. Usually before I go to sleep, I apply a little bit by my nose. I always have it on my hands, and I tend to sleep with my hands like this or somewhere on my face, so I constantly smell it. And I do spray some on my pillows to help me with sleeping, and to help my husband with snoring when he uses Breathe. So he probably isn't going to like that, but I just said it. So spray it, put it on, use it on your hands topically. If you, also a good thing to use for sleep or anxiety or even immunity is applying the oils to the bottom of your feet or to your spine and the back of the neck, because that can get right into your spine when you're applying it to the back, or right into your feet, and it goes just right up all the nerves, so that it can get right to the brain super quick. So that helps with sleep. It can help with immunity. There's a lot of different things. I know at Hannah Wellness, we do oh my gosh, it just popped out of my head. Symphony of the South on the back, and it helps so much. And there's different ways that you can use it, whether it's for immunity, whether it's for respiratory, and different ways to apply certain oils, so that it just gives you that topical relief. And then I know we talked a little bit about it, but internally, if you are using the internal ones, just make sure that they have the supplemental facts on the back again. Most of them you can use. Again, citruses are really good to use in your water for immunity. The other day, you know, I actually put and Digestin for your stomach, but green mandarin is one of my favorite ones to put in the water. And these are just things that you can put in your water, you can cook with. So there are ways to use it internally if you wanted to do that. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint now. Let me share my screen again. And here. Okay, so how do you use them? Let me go back to search. Okay, so we talked about aromatic use. You can do it in the diffuser, mix the oil with the water. Oh yes, you can also do a blend for your carpets. I usually use, I think it's baking soda, and I mix the oil in it, whatever oils I like the most, and I put it on my carpet as well as my furniture, and then I use the vacuum. Different linens in your home before you go to sleep. If you make a spray, you can do that for your pillows. It's really nice if guests are coming over. Add a drop or two of essential oils to your homemade surface cleaner. doTERRA has a homemade surface cleaner, so that you can just buy the On Guard surface cleaner or the Abode one, and you add the water to it and you have your surface cleaner. Place a drop in your hand, rub palms together, again, cup in your hand, and inhale. So just different ways to use it aromatically. Topically, on your neck, your forehead and temples is a great one. Respiratory, put it on your chest and abdomen, your arms, your legs, deep blue, bottoms of feet, anything really, because anything at the bottom of your feet, your spine, your neck is really great. Sensitive areas. So you want to be careful for your facial areas, your skin, around the eyes. Inside the ears, we don't want to put essential oils in the ears. We don't want to put it in the eyes. Or if you have a cut or anything that's an open wound, don't put it inside. doTERRA does have Correct X that is already a blend. So if you have something that you have a cut or a burn, I use that both, and I would run to get it, but it's in the bathroom and you guys would have to sit here and wait for me. But Correct X is a great one to have that you can put on, and it can go right over the wound. They also have facial products that you can use, but so you want to be careful to sensitive areas. Also, for me, because I guess the skin in my neck is so sensitive and it's thin, sometimes if I do put specific oils like Melaleuca on my neck, sometimes I can break out in a rash, but that's just because I'm very sensitive. So just check to see on specific areas, but for the most part, you should be okay. Topical use, other effective methods of using it. Place a few drops in a warm bath. You can also make salt scrubs with the oils. So you can apply the salts in the bath, or you can use them for yourself. Make a hot or cold compress by soaking water and 2 drops of the oil, and then apply to the desired area, whether it's your head, your neck, or your shoulders. Apply to some lotion or your daily moisturizer. If you have Yarrow Pom, applying that to your face and skin. And then internal, we talked about making sure that you have the supplement facts on the back. We do have veggie caps that you can apply the drops to and swallow. Applying like I do with the Digest Zen to the water or your lemon or any citruses. Applying it to your morning smoothies and other beverages. And then, oh, yogurt applesauce. I haven't done that yet, but now I think I'm going to try. Actually, did we do it with the yogurt? I don't remember. We have made scones and muffins that we applied lavender to and other essential oils, and they were so good. And I know Doc Hannah made some On Guard chocolate cupcakes. Oh my gosh, so good. So these are just ways that you guys can use the oils. There's so many ways. So now I know it talked about what oils you should start with. I wanted to stop there because it's truly, there's a lot of different beginner oils like the lavender, the peppermint, and the lemon, or the deep blue, a lot of them that you can start with. But I just wanted to talk about my personal favorite because you can make your own, kind of a build your own. For me, I do love the peppermint, obviously, which is one of the #1 ones next to On Guard, because this one helps me with my stomach. This one helps me with any stress or anxiety and, you know, your breath. So On Guard, because On Guard is our protective blend and I use it all the time. It's in the laundry detergent. It's in my toothpaste. It's in my wipes. It's in everything I have. And this in my water. I take the On Guard capsules. So that's another one. Siberian fir. This is so good because any of the furs really, because it reminds me of the holidays, any of the grounding blends. But it also helps when you have muscle pain and respiratory. And due to my asthma, this is a good one to have, as well as the breathe. And for my husband, the Digest Zen for his tummy, and the lavender and the Serenity for sleep. So those are some of my favorites. Cheryl, I know we want to talk about the breathe. Breathe is actually one of my favorite products to not only diffuse in the house because it smells good, but to use it for when I have breathing issues, rubbing it in my hand, putting it on my chest. If I have a scarf on, I put the breathe on because I can smell it really well. If you are sensitive to anything, you can always apply like a coconut oil or a lotion that you have at home and apply it with the oil so that if you're sensitive, you know, you could just have kind of a carrier oil or a carrier lotion in between that. So anybody have any questions or want to share their favorite oils that you use?
Tell me a little more about Siberian fir.
I knew you were going to want it. And you know, Cheryl, I've used that on you a couple of times. The Siberian fir is a great oil, and we were actually talking about it today at work, Cynthia and I, because it does help with like muscle relief. And that's why I think with respiratory, it just kind of cools the muscles. And when you're coughing a lot, or when I cough, my neck and my chest, they just hurt. So applying deep blue, we always forget, like afterwards, after we get through that cough or that sickness, or when you have an asthma attack, your muscles, everything inside just tense up, right? So we not only want to make sure we can breathe, but we want to be able to release that stress or that tension within the muscles from having that asthma attack or the breathing issue of coughing, all that. So then I usually apply afterwards the deep blue on my chest or on my back, because you really feel it a lot in your back, right? And then I apply the Siberian fir because it also releases that tightness and that tension, but it smells so good. And then it smells like Christmas, so I get happy. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Any other grounding blends. So Siberian fir is by far one of my favorite oils.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep. So anything else before we head off?
What's good for headaches?
For headaches. Sorry, I'm turning around. We have there's two major ones that I think I go to. It would be the peppermint. Ooh, sorry. Peppermint I go to, and I apply it to the roof of my mouth, and it just opens everything up. And usually when I do the peppermint, I do the frankincense, because we all know frankincense is the king of oils, and that too opens everything up. It really helps with the brain function and stuff. So these two, and if you also can do it, I know for my sister one of my sisters who has migraines, her two things are the lavender with the peppermint, and then sometimes she'll add the frankincense. So that's applying internally. She also applies the lavender around her, the tops of her head and her temples and behind the ears. But one of her favorites, you cannot take it internally, but on top of these internally, when she has a migraine, is the past tense. The past tense is the tension blend, and that can go down your neck, the bottoms of your feet, and then most importantly, just inhaling it and taking it aromatically. I have this that I've made in a roller bottle that we will one day do a class on, and it's super simple. It's just getting one of the roller bottles. You can use an old doTERRA one. If you have an old doTERRA one, don't throw it away. You can always make your own, but you can also buy your own, apply. I do anywhere from about 15 to 20 drops, because I'm crazy, but about 15 to 20 drops of the oil, and then I top the rest off with a fractionated coconut oil. And then that way you can just roll it on wherever, wherever you want to apply the oil. But so that's with the past tense, and that's for headaches.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If we don't have any more questions, guys, if there's anything that you're interested, or you have any other questions or anything that you want to order, definitely contact the person that invited you to today's class. And if not, you could always put a comment on the bottom, or contact us. So thank you guys for coming on today and going through our intro to essential oils, or beginners for essential oils, and getting more information.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.